This is Francesca Evans from LymeOnline, bringing you all of this week's top stories from the local area. A film based on the life of Lyme Regis's famous fossil hunter Mary Anning has won rave reviews after its premiere at the Toronto Film Festival. The much-anticipated Ammonite will be released on November 13th, but film buffs were given a preview at the prestigious festival, and it seems the movie is set to be a smash hit. The film has received largely positive feedback, with a 5-star review from the BBC and The Telegraph describing it as one of the finest films of the year. Stars Kate Winslet, who plays Mary Anning, and Saoirse Ronan, who plays her love interest Charlotte Murchison, have also been praised for their performances. As well as the first screening of the film, the Toronto Film Festival showed an exclusive interview with the leading ladies and director Frances Lee, in which Winslet admitted she was nervous to play the role of Mary. Here's a clip.
It was a sea lizard, 6 feet long. Days it took to dig it out, clean it. I was only 11 years old. It's in the British Museum. That one was special.
Miss Anning, I've often heard your reputation discussed in the Geographical Society in London.
Is there something you wanted, sir?
My wife, she hasn't been at all well of late. She suffers from melancholia. I want her to walk the shoreline with you, learn from you.
I'm not looking for an apprentice.
I would pay a premium for a private audience.
It's not easy work.
Major events in Lyme Regis continue to be affected by the Coronavirus Pandemic, with tighter restrictions on social distancing now being enforced again. The town's calendar of major events and festivals, which usually pulls in thousands of visitors every year, was completely decimated as the virus first started to take hold in the UK in March. Among the events to be affected early this year was Lyme Regis Fossil Festival, which was postponed from May to October, but organisers have now been forced to pull the 2020 event altogether. Jazz Jurassica, which cancelled its Spring Music Festival, was planning to host a series of events at the Marine Theatre this autumn, but these have now been cancelled as the venue doesn't plan to fully reopen until 2021. The annual bonfire and fireworks display for Guy Fawkes Night in November has also been cancelled, a huge disappointment to both residents and visitors alike. The Big Breakfast, scheduled to take place next Friday in aid of Cancer Research UK, has also now been cancelled due to the more stringent COVID regulations. Should dogs be allowed on Lyme's main beach? The question has become one of the most hotly debated local issues in recent years, and now public opinion on the subject has finally been revealed. Earlier this year, Dorset Council held a public consultation on regulations regarding dogs in public places, such as beaches and cemeteries. The results have now been released and will help the council to decide whether changes need to be made to the current regulations. At present, dogs are not allowed on Lyme Regis Front Beach, including the sand and shingle, from May 1st to October 1st. A total of 1,175 people responded to questions about Lyme Regis Front Beach in the consultation, with 69% saying they would prefer no change to the current regulations. When asked if dogs should be kept on a lead when allowed on the beach, the response was split, with 48% saying yes and 49% saying no. Lyme Regis Town Council has called for an all-year-round ban of dogs from the front beach, but a well-supported petition was launched against this. A decision on whether to change the current rules will be made by Dorset Council's Cabinet in October. The Nag's Head in Lyme Regis will soon be reopening under new ownership. Tony Allen will be taking over as landlord of the Silver Street pub from James and Rebecca DeVoisey, who have been at the Nags for the past 3 years. The Nags is the only Lyme Regis pub which is yet to reopen following the easing of COVID-19 regulations, but James and Rebecca announced last week that exciting changes were afoot and the pub would be opening shortly under the new ownership of Tony Allen. They have thanked all of their customers for all of their support over the past 3 years. And now for local sport. There was great excitement at the King George V playing field on Saturday when Uplyme and Lyme Regis Cricket Club crowned a brilliant season with a convincing win in their Devon Mini League final. Watched by a crowd of more than 200, Uplyme bowled Plymouth CS and Roborough out for 10 runs, with skipper Steve Beattie taking a match-winning 4 wickets. Hero of the day was opener Alfie Jacks, who scored an undefeated 97 runs to steer Uplyme to a comfortable victory. The team celebrated later in the day at their annual presentation night. Highlight of the occasion was the presentation of a silver salver to Tyler Wellman for scoring 3 consecutive centuries during the season, a feat never achieved before in local cricketing circles. Other presentations included the Clubman of the Year award, which went to Chairman Steve Beattie, and Young Player of the Year, won by 16-year-old Jacob Maltby. Local football finally got off the ground last weekend, with Lyme Rovers losing 1-0 late in the game against Misterton. Tomorrow, the Rovers are at home at the Woodruff School pitch to Waytown Hounds. Up Lyme, fielding 2 teams this year, got off to a blazing start with a 6-1 home victory over Merriott, who had 2 men sent off in Perry Street Division 2. Up Lyme Reserves lost 3-2 away to Drimpton in Division 3. Lyme Regis Reserves start their season next week with an away game against Exmouth Spartans in the Devon and Exeter League Division 1 East. The Seasiders' first team have to wait until Saturday, October 3rd before they kick off their 2020-2021 campaign with an away trip to Beer Albion. Thanks for watching LymeOnline's video news bulletins. You can stay up to date with all the latest news on our website throughout the week, and don't forget to pick up your free copy of the LymeOnline newspaper out today.